So I hung out with a friend last week that I haven't seen in over a year, and while we were hanging out, he told me about this app. Essentially, it's a music app that helps you write songs. Apparently, you give this thing prompts, and then it spits out a bunch of different variations of what your song could sound like. I haven't used it yet, and I wanted to wait until I had a chance to film it before I used it so we could check it out together. This kind of starts a conversation. If AI can essentially write entire songs, then where does that leave musicians? Whether now or 5 years from now or 10 years from now. I just did a contest for singers where I put out like an instrumental track and I told singers to write an original part over it and send it to me, and then I was going to pick a winner and they were going to feature on a song and all this stuff. Now, that contest that I did, I've gotten a couple thousand different singers sending me entries, right? So I got to hear how my song could sound with unlimited amount, basically of different types of writing, different types of styles. In a way, that's similar, I guess, to where you're able to hear something done a ton of different ways. But in my case, I was using real humans instead of a computer. Now, it takes longer, and it's humans doing it, which I always advocate for actual humans doing stuff. Now, not everyone has access to hundreds or thousands of singers, but for X99 a month, you can have access to a computer that has access to tens of thousands of singers, right? Because that's kind of how AI works, pulls from already existing artists. I do think there will always be, hopefully, a majority of the population that wants music from real people. But with that being said, I have seen a lot of people say that they don't really give a shit who made the song as long as it sounds good. Kind of in a way like a consumable item. If you're buying a bag of chips at the store, do you really care who made the bag of chips? Or do you care more if it tastes good, right? I don't know, just a thought. Another thing too, in relation to AI taking ideas from other artists. Write me a song that sounds like Alice in Chains. Write me a song that sounds like Black Sabbath. AI is often criticized because it pulls everything from something that already exists online that was made by someone else. Ozzy Osbourne, as far as I know, has never said AI is allowed to use my voice, essentially, to put onto a song. For example, I love Killswitch Engage. I love Whitechapel, Breaking Benjamin, Van Halen. And if you knew that while listening to my guitar playing or while listening to the songs that I write, you'd be able to tell. You'd be like, oh yeah, for sure. I can hear Adam D in this. I can hear Benjamin in this. I can hear Eddie in this. AI is essentially doing a similar thing, right? Taking inspiration from something that already exists, and then it spits out something new that's influenced by someone else's sound. Does that make sense? It just removes the human element. Some real dangers of what this looks like as well. Rick Beato just did a video on this. There's this band, has 500,000 monthly listeners, and it's essentially a fake band, right? It sounds like an old school 60s or 70s band, and not bad, if I'm being honest, decent music. Now, you might say, so what? What happens when there are 10,000 or 50,000 AI bands that record labels are now flushing into the world to make a shit ton of money without having to pay real artists a penny? It's easier, it's faster, no worry about musicians getting canceled, controversies, drugs, and you might say, well, labels won't do that. Come on, you think so? Sounds like a pretty good deal for them. I literally know a pop producer that is using this Suno app right now. And he's not just some small no-name producer. He has won Grammys, and he writes songs for some of the biggest artists in the world, and he is using this AI tool right now. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What is your opinion on all of this AI stuff in music? Is it bad because it's not a real human doing it? Or do you even care? I'm genuinely curious what you think. So anyways, I really want to check this app out. So I figured we'd do it together for the first time ever and just see how easy it is, me not having a clue how this shit works, to dive in and make a song. Suno AI for music creators. Make any song you can imagine. Type any idea you have. Okay. Describe your song. Black metal instrumental with country vocals. So you can add audio, you could add lyrics. All right, interesting. Did it already make me two? Shadows of the Abyss. Country vocals, black metal instrument, male vocals, metal, black metal country. Yo. Haven't heard the country vocals yet. I assume it's coming up. Okay, so I think what it's doing is it's saying, hey, this is a bunch of options that we're coming up with. So it's giving me little clips of the instrumental. Like the recording audio of that, you can tell there's like some artifacts in there, some digital distortions happening. I could just record that, put it into my own recording program like Logic or Pro Tools, and just recreate it easily. Like the creation, the thought of it has been done. I could like re-record that, and that could be like a song. So let's see here.
Shadows rise, the earth does weep. Fire burns when darkness creeps. Ashen skies, no light to give. In this void I cease to live. Black ends horizon, the end is near. Whisper screams, all I hear. Winds of torment, cold and vile. I walk the path of pain with a twisted smile.
Okay, so that literally took 10 seconds. Now, that was way better than I thought it would be. I'm like processing how good that actually is. Because like, think about like, yes, the voice is clearly kind of weird, right? There's like off in a weird way, right? It sounds like there is some weirdness going on there. But it also just sounds like a really overly processed pop metal vocal, like with compression and auto-tune and shit. Like, it's very close. It wrote lyrics for me. It was catchy. Like, I could take this and just put it into Pro Tools or Logic Pro and just re-record it, and like the entire writing of it is done. Like, I don't know how to feel about that. It's like working with the producer. Like, and if producers are legitimately using this, I guess that gets into the ethics of it, right? The morality of it. Do you pay a real human being thousands of dollars because it's a real human to write you a song? Or do you literally sign up to this app and you just have a million songs at your fingertips instantly? It's wild. Okay, so that was black metal song with country. It didn't really sound black metal, but it was, I don't know, it wasn't really black metal, but it was still kind of rock metal-ish, European metal kind of. Let's do American metalcore with silly lyrics about YouTuber Steve Terberry. So it spit me out Shred the Meme King, aggressive riffs, metal, male vocals, humorous tone, metalcore.
Memes, a YouTube beast, guitar in hand. He's never leaves with awkward smiles and riffs that kill. He bends the strings with endless scowl. Make the world sound fried. Tuck the riffs, at least not fried.
In the amount of time it takes for them to spit this out, this is legit better than I think any meme song that I've ever written. Maybe any song I've ever written, period. Blast beats, breakdowns, a laugh attack, Steve's in your screen, no turning back, trolls beware, he owns the scene, master of metal, the meme machine. And it's like rhyming and shit. Like, I'm like depressed, bro. This is like half part really fucking cool and half part like I'm gonna be out of a job very soon. Let's go back. You can put inspiration too. Rock, metal, jazz, harp, sexy. Oh, I gotta hear that.
6-string scream, he makes them cry. Shredding riffs, he's flying high with his guitar. He's quite the tease, sexy Steve, the king of cheese. Shred it, Steve, make it hot. Riffs so wild they hit the spot. Never go with a cheeky grin. Sexy Steve, let the fun begin.
Okay, so that is just like
Shred it, Steve, make it hot. Riffs so wild they hit the spot.
I mean, that's literally just cherry pie, right? She's my cherry pie.
Never go with a cheeky grin. Sexy Steve, let the fun begin. Wacky faces, wild guitar. He's the silliest metal star. Saxophones and chicken wings. Steve's the lord of random things. Shred it, Steve.
Oh my god.
Riffs so wild they hit the spot. Never go with a cheeky grin. Sexy Steve, let the fun begin.
Okay, I mean, like, bro, this is crazy. Let's do indie rock with deathcore screaming vocals, lyrics about being a stinky frog on a log. I'm not gonna lie though, I am having like a lot of fun doing this, just hearing what this can come up with, but it's also kind of like, whoa.
Under moonlight glare, Mars creeps closer, knowing in my fate. World's a swamp of state decay, bittersweet. I'm the stinky fucking ruler of the muck, croaking loud, screaming heart fade is stuck. Filth and grime, I crown my green disguise.
Hold on. 2009 metalcore.
Fire rolls, skies ignite, ashes fall, endless night, tearing flesh, breaking bone, ripping screams, overthrow, chaos breaks, blood will spill, shattered earth, the iron will, things explode, hearts combust, dust to dust, end of trust. Infernal descent, endless pain, burning bodies, acid rain, double kicks, thunderous roar, metal god forever war. Winds of death.
Yeah, that's very 2009 for sure. Like, what do I think about this? Like, it's really interesting. It's really cool to just be able to like spit out these songs. And obviously, like, they don't sound great. Like, the recording quality, you can hear that this isn't real. You know, like the music, and there's a lot of artifacting. There's a lot of digital distortions. But it's pretty fucking close. It's pretty good. And like, what's this gonna sound like in 5 years or 10 years? You know what I mean? Also, I could just download this song, I think, right? You can just download it. Yeah, you can just download the song as a WAV file or download the stems, pop it into Pro Tools, and re-record it. The thinking is done. And like lyrically too, they're not the best, but that they're not bad. Like, you know what I mean? It's it's pretty wild, man. It feels like I'm cheating. Like it feels like it's not fair that I'm doing this. And I guess that just that's more of an ethics thing, like a morality thing. It's like all my heroes growing up that I looked up to musically came up with it on their own. And there's a bit of me that's like, I can do that too. Maybe it won't be as quick or as good even as what a computer might do. There's already a band that, like I said, Rick Beato just did a video on. They have like 500,000 monthly listeners, and someone's getting the money from that. And especially if it's just like created from something like this. Not perfect, obviously, but in 5 years, it's a little scary. It's a little scary because, you know, back in the day, you would have to hire a musician to perform something for you. You'd have to hire a guitar player or a drummer, whatever. Like, I want to hit this from another angle real quick as well. Like, do you remember the music video? I believe it was Dawkin. They filmed their song. It was like just got lucky or something like that. But they filmed it on an active volcano. Like parts of it were filmed on an active volcano, which is crazy, right? And this was done, I think, back in the 80s, late 70s, 80s, or something. I don't remember exactly when, but a long time ago. And I'm sure when that came out, people were like, this is crazy. They're on an actual active volcano, which is dangerous, clearly. And I'm pretty sure that right after they left, it like actually blew up. I don't know if that's true. I've heard that before, but to have to go to that level in order to get a really cool shot, very respectable, very like, whoa, you know? But then, you know, green screens and CGI came out. Now you don't have to go to an active volcano to get shots like that. And, you know, you can just stand in an air-conditioned photo studio with catering and get a very similar result. And does anyone really care that it's not real anymore? Does anyone really care that it's green screen and CGI? Same thing when fake MIDI drums became popular. At first, everyone was like, what the hell? Like, we want to hear the actual drummer. Now, barely anyone cares. As long as the song sounds good and hits hard, like, most people don't even realize that 95% of their favorite bands are all using fake drums. And I get it. Like, I totally get why. It's way less expensive. You can literally change things on the fly. You don't have to sit there forever. But sometimes it's kind of cool to do that, right? Sometimes it's kind of cool to have to put in effort and a lot of work to get something, you know, and the same thing with fake guitar, MIDI guitar, fake bass. I mean, especially fake bass. Bass players get no respect. My point is, you can see how this stuff, this type of stuff, it slowly just becomes the norm. It's just gonna be like, oh, you write songs, you use this, and this. Of course you do, because everyone does. We gain more content a lot faster, sure, but we lose a piece of the human experience every time technology replaces a human. The journey of creating something is no longer a unique experience. We lose the stories of how these people came up with the songs. Oh, we all just start doing the same thing and use the same plugins, same apps, same programs, same everything. Oh yeah, I just sat in my room, I plugged this into Suno, and then this is my song, and like, remember when like Rush, when they made like their best record ever, they went into like a cabin in the woods for like a month or two, and they just recorded music as a band. It's so cool to see that kind of stuff, the creation, the journey, the story, not just a bunch of us like hive-minded into fucking AI and just like typing in prompts. Make me a metalcore song that sounds like Bill Murray and Post Malone. Like, I want to be Sleep Token. Let's do it. Here's 1,000 songs that sound like Sleep Token. I don't know. I mean, that's probably just like the old millennial way of thinking, I guess. But I don't know. I hope that we don't ever lose like the human touch in music. But I feel like we're headed that way very fast. So yeah, it's pretty wild. We live in a wild time. I'll just say that.